Hello everyone, the first reveals of the next set Dimension Force are finally out. And wow, we got Odd Eyes, makes sense, Dimension Force. An Odd Eyes Ritual though, an Odd Eyes Ritual Pendulum monster. Didn't expect that. And honestly surprised we haven't had Ritual Pendulums before. That seems like a fun, cool concept. Anyway, yeah, I find Odd Eyes to be honestly pretty interesting. I'm not a huge fan of magicians or performers. I don't hate them at all. I think they're completely fine. It's like compared to Odd, I think Odd Eyes is much cooler. But Odd Eyes isn't that particularly great. But got more Odd Eyes cards. No, it's all cool. It's all cool. It's interesting. Let's look at them now. Performer Pal Generitude. One day I'd be good at knowing what words were. It's level 4 Dark Fiend Pendulum monster. 1500 attack, 1000 defense. Pendulum scales 8. It can use the first Pendulum effect with its card's name only once per turn. If you control monsters or monsters you control are Pendulum monsters, and in either case, and you have Perform Her Lady on in your other Pendulum zone, you can add one Odd Eyes card from your deck to your hand. That's a good effect to add a card from deck to hand, but you need to call a specific other Pendulum monster, which could be annoying. Hopefully, there's a way to get both out to the field with ease. But yeah, you can only use only use one among the first and second card per turn, and only once that turn. If this card is destroyed, you can place one Performer Power monster from your deck into your Pendulum Zone, except itself. Makes sense. Performer Power, Odd Eyes, all those magicians will have a lot of destruction of your Pendulum cards. If this card is face up in your extra deck, you can discard one Pendulum monster, add this card to your hand, you can turn one Pendulum Power. Oh, that's cool. Basically, it's in your extra deck, discard a Pendulum, add it to your hand, and you can turn one of your scales to your hand. That's pretty cool. Yeah, that's cool. Next is Perform Pearl Lady Ange. Level 3 light variant Pendulum monster, 1000 attack, energy defense, it's like opposite attack. And defense, Pendulum scale 1, yep, 1 to 7, 2 to 7, as usual. All that stuff. Pendulum effect is once per turn when an attack is declared involving both players' monsters, you can discard one Pendulum monster. Your opponent's battling monster loses 1000 attack for the rest of the turn. Pretty useless Pendulum effect. Say useless for comboing. It could be useful in situations. It is a little known as has to be in your other Pendulum zone though for the other guy's effect to work. So I feel like there's probably other ones you would prefer. Monster effect is you can use one of the monk second or first deck, same with the other guy. Discard one card. So discard this card on other Pendulum monster except itself. So don't discard two cards, draw two cards. Pot agreed. Oh, that's good. Pot agreed plus 0 in this case because you're dealing with two cards for 2. Um, I guess that works if you like Pendulums in your grave. And its second effect, it's cards in your grave and you control an auto card or perform a power. Green 2, you can place a card in Pendulum Zone. Can only use one of the two effects per turn though. It would be much cooler if you can use both effects in the same turn, and I think this card would actually be pretty decent if you could, but I'm gonna say that's not that impressive. Now, actually, cool. Now the interesting one. I haven't read this yet. Let's go read it now. Odd Eyes Pendulum Graph Dragon. Okay, it's yeah, level 7 Light Dragon Ritual Pendulum Monster. 2700 attack, 2700 defense, Pendulum Scale 4. You can use the first Pendulum effect with its card's name only once per turn. During the end phase, you can add one ritual spell from your deck or graveyard to your hand, then return this card to your hand. Okay, during the end phase, that's can work in other ritual decks, but you probably wouldn't want it to because only it's during the end phase. You can ritual summon this card of Odd Eyes Advent. Thank you. That's good. Odd Eyes Advent is the original ritual spell which you summon Gravity. Gravity is actually a really interesting card. It gets a spell speed for return all spell track cards your opponent controls to the hand, and also has the Masquerade. Your opponent must pay life points to use cards. So that's really good. We get to use Advent again. Each time your opponent special summons a monster from the extra deck, it 100 damage to them. With this and Gravity out in the field, that's a lot of damage your opponent will be taking. And once per turn, when your opponent acts a spell card or spell effect, quick effect, you place this card in your Pendulum Zone if you do negate that opponent's effect. If this card was ritual summoned before being placed in the Pendulum Zone, You can special summon one authorized monster from your extra deck. Okay, to understand that third effect, I actually can't read it. Sorry about that. Not second third effect. Second effect. And say So what this basically means, it negates spell cards or spell effects by placing itself in the Pendulum zone, which is neat. Or I don't have a spell negation yet. That's good. And the ritual summon part, basically, I'm going to assume means if you ritual summon it, goes to the extra deck, special summons it again. It's been properly summoned first. Um, that doesn't count as it being ritual summoned before being placed in the Pendulum zone. So you don't get that bonus extra effect, but yeah, anyway, you get a special one odd monster from your extra deck. Doesn't say face up extra deck, so I'm assuming some stuff like Vortex Dragon and Absolute. All those fun stuff. So that's pretty okay. I feel like it could be a little better. Just being a spell negation. And also just burn, I guess. I don't know what I was expecting for a ritual pendulum monster, I guess. I really don't know what I'm expecting. I think you know what? I think it's cool enough. I think it's cool enough. Next is Extra Pendium EXP. This card is always treated as a Pendulum card. You can conduct one Pendulum summon of monsters from your extra deck during your main phase this turn in addition to your Pendulum summon. Pendulum now have a double summon, and I find that funny. Okay, this could be a really good card. Okay, it is. Unlike double summon, which is kind of crap these days, because you're using the card for not particularly great. This is searchable because it's a Pendulum card. Pendulum summons usually get you more than just one extra card on the field. So, that's pretty good. Finally, a trap. This is going to be an interesting one. Pendulum Scale. That's a surprise. We haven't got a card named that yet. You can activate one of this card's effect. You can only activate one card with this card's with this. You can only activate one card with this card's name per turn. If you have two cards in your Pendulum zones, apply one of its effects depending on the difference between those cards. Current Pendulum spell is zero destroy. If so, zero if they're the same. Destroy two special cards on the field. Pretty decent. 1 to 3. Add one level 2, 3, 4, 4. One level 1. Add 1, 2, 3, 4 Pokemon stuff from your deck to your hand. 4 to 6, add one level 5, 6, or 7. And level 7, return up 2 cards depending on the hand for someone pending monster from your hand. Okay, this card's pretty crap to be honest. Very crap, because usually your scales you want are going to be a 1 and an 8. Not necessarily you not because you just want this the bottom one to be a 1, usually just is a 1. I feel like this could be I feel like this effect's gonna be the most common one, but it's the worst one. I guess if you have a 4 scale in one, you can use this effect, which is pretty nice. Yeah. I know what I feel like you can get the 4 to 6 one working. Yeah, there's a few scales with the 4s nowadays, so. But yeah, this is an interesting collection of cards. They don't really, and they're not really a theme, besides maybe perform power magician. I mean, they don't really work together at all. They kind of all do their own thing, which I guess is nice. Yeah. But they're interesting nonetheless. Yeah. I don't know what to say really. Like the perform power cards are interesting. The Pendulum Graph Dragon, I actually do. You know what? I do like it 'cause I like the idea of a ritual Pendulum monster, and this being a ritual as well means playing a ritual focus Auras deck is an actual thing now. Plus, this double summon for Pendulums is hilarious. So yeah, I'm gonna give this new support an interesting stamp. Yeah, I might have a little fun with this later whenever they come on the EDO Pro. But at the moment, that's all for me today. Hope what's your thoughts on these cards? I didn't expect these at all. Besides, well, I expect them being odd eyes cards in some way because Dimension, Fissure, Force. That's the name of the set. Uh, expected like the Arc 5 stuff again. Um, but I didn't expect rituals. Didn't expect double summon for Peniums. That's their way of saying we're not getting Electrumite back. And yeah, thanks for watching, everyone. Take care, and I will see you soon, maybe. See you, everyone.